This is English Time, your journey to English success. In this session, we are going to learn about nouns. Noun is basically a part of speech that is used to denote the names of people, places, things, feelings, qualities, even names of subjects, etc. It answers the questions who, what, where. When you ask who, you will get answers of people, names. If you ask what, that will give answers such as things, feelings, objects, etc. Where gives answers about places. So we have different kinds of nouns. Concrete nouns and abstract nouns are most important in terms of grammar, and common nouns and proper nouns are also frequently used. We have uncountable nouns, uncountable nouns, we have singular nouns and plural nouns, we also have collective nouns or group nouns. So concrete nouns are basically the nouns that have a physical existence, a physical form that could be seen, touched and felt. Whereas abstract nouns don't have a physical form. These are derived from other verbs, adjectives and even other nouns as well. So that's the reason they are called abstract, drawn from other nouns. Common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns represent the entire class, whereas proper nouns refer to that particular thing. For example, girl is a common noun, Emily is a proper noun. You will learn with more examples very soon. This is followed by countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns are obviously the ones that can be counted or numbered, and uncountable nouns cannot be counted. For example, milk. Singular nouns and plural nouns are obviously countable nouns. So if it is just one noun, it's a singular noun. If it is more than one, that is a plural nouns. And there are nouns that have names for the entire group of something. For example, a team is a group of people playing for a country. So these are collective nouns. So let's look at some examples further. So concrete nouns are again further, because we know that concrete nouns represent people, places, things. So these are physically seen, felt. So how people can be referred to as is what concrete nouns describe. So Emily, John are the names of people. So these are proper nouns. Aunt is a common noun because it could be any person. There is no particular name, it's just a relation, name of a relation. Our professor, a person. So these are all concrete nouns, and we have seen proper nouns and common nouns in this. Now there can be names of places as well. For example, park. Park is a common noun because it can refer to any park. We are not talking about one particular park. But if you look at the word Moor Park, it is the name of a specific park. For that reason, you always have the proper nouns spelled out with the first letter as capitals. The first letters are capitalized in proper nouns. So Moor Park, the M and P are capitals. Same goes for names of cities, places, people, anything. So here we have names of places such as Hyderabad and London. So these are the names of cities. So you have the first letters capital. Other concrete nouns can be cafe, classroom, home, office, etc. Concrete nouns can also be names of things, pen, book, television, rose. Here I've mentioned phone as a common noun, but because it could be any phone. But if you're talking about the iPhone, you're referring to one particular kind of phone. So that is your proper noun, whereas phone is a common noun. Abstract nouns are the ones, as I mentioned, don't represent any physical form. So these can be names of feelings, for example. So happiness, joy, love, peace, contentment. Contentment is the other word for satisfaction. And names of the different states or stages of life like childhood, adulthood, poverty. These are also abstract nouns. And we use abstract nouns to describe qualities such as honesty, integrity, compassion, empathy. So these are, again, they don't have a physical form and they cannot be seen, but they are there. Are they really there? Okay, abstract nouns are also the names of subjects such as physics, chemistry, biology. abstract nouns from verbs. We have the verb which can be converted into a noun. So move can be converted into movement, speak can be made into an abstract noun, that is speech, laugh becomes laughter, purify becomes purification. Same thing with beautify, that becomes beautification. Abstract nouns can be derived from adjectives. So your strong becomes strength, long becomes length, deep becomes depth, wide becomes width, and happy becomes happiness. Abstract nouns can also be derived from other nouns, like I mentioned before. So king, from which you get the word kingdom. Duke, who is a subordinate of the king, rules a particular part of a kingdom called the duchy. So the name of the place is derived from the person who is ruling it. So duke, duchy. Slave, slavery. So this is a condition. Now, countable nouns are the ones that can be counted. So book, pen, car, house, you name it. So these can be numbered, counted, and for that reason you also have ordinals, right? Ordinals are the ones that come in order, so like first, second, third. So those are also kind of countable nouns, right? So uncountable nouns are the ones that are still concrete nouns, but they cannot be counted, like 1, 2, 3. However, they have definite ways of being measured. So coffee, money, cheese, information, furniture, water are some examples. So if it is coffee, you just say 1 cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee, but you don't say 1 coffee, 2 coffee. Same goes for money. You count how many notes are there, how many coins are there, and there is a denomination for everything. And cheese, 1 block of cheese, 2 blocks of cheese. Information, 1 piece of information, 2 pieces of information, for example. But you can't say so many informations. That is wrong to say. Same goes for advice as well. You can't say 1 advice, 2 advices, or you can't say an advice. It's just advice because it's uncountable. You say it's a piece of advice. Can I give you a piece of advice? So furniture, you have shops with big boards that say furnitures, but that is just for the title. It has no grammatical value. When it comes to furniture, it's just as it is. There is no s next to it. So you say a piece of furniture. You don't say furnitures. That is wrong. Same goes for water. Water, the water that we drink, is you say glass of water, a cup of water, a bowl of water, but you don't say waters. Waters is like rivers, like backwaters. Now collective nouns are the terms given to a group of something. If it is a group of people playing a particular sport at a particular level, you call them a team. For example, the national football team. Brigade is a group of soldiers, and class is a group of students attending a class. Family is a group of people who are related to each other by blood. Flock is a group of sheep, pack is a group of wolves, and herd is a group of cow or cattle. Then we have the singular and plural nouns. So plurals that end with s. This is interesting to learn, people. So chair becomes chairs, pen becomes pens, clip becomes clips, belief becomes beliefs. If you see, there is f and followed by s. So this is the simple way of ending plurals, but this is not always a convention. Nouns end in umpteen number of different ways in English other than ending with plurals. So it's all about sounds, it's all about sophistication, it's all about how it has been in use for so long. So that's why they end in different ways. So plural nouns ending with es. Why is it es? We have certain sounds like ch, sh, and x. Now when you use these sounds at the end of a word, you need to add es, otherwise it will be difficult to pronounce. So instead of s, you say es, and that es is pronounced as iz. So church becomes churches, brush becomes brushes, box becomes boxes. Something to keep in mind. And plural nouns that end with ves. So any word that ends with f, the plural ends with ves. Of course, there are exceptions, like in the previous slide we had belief and beliefs. So beliefs is a plural noun for belief, whereas if you add ves, that is beliefs, that will be a verb. So that's again something that you have to closely and carefully observe. And here these are the nouns with F in the end. So wolf becomes wolves, scarf becomes scarves, loaf becomes loaves, leaf becomes leaves, for example. We also have plural nouns that end in IES. So if the word ends in Y, you remove the Y and you add IES to form the plural. For example, country becomes countries, curry becomes curries, berry becomes berries. There are irregular plurals, meaning they don't end in normal ways. You don't just add S to the end. That's the convention. Here we have very different ways of ending for the plural words. So foot, for example, becomes feet, goose becomes geese, radius becomes radii, millennium becomes millennia, child becomes children. Right. So there are certain nouns where both singular and plural nouns are the same term. There is no different word for singular and plural. There are no separate terms for both of them. So for example, if you look at the word species, one species is also species, 10 or even 100 species is also species. Same goes for series. You don't say series. Series is the word for singular and plural as well. Same goes for news and spacecraft. Spacecraft sounds singular, but even for more than one spacecraft, you still use the word spacecraft only. There are certain nouns that always appear plural. For example, pliers, like cutting pliers, scissors, a pair of scissors, tongs. Tong is something that's used to pick something from the bowl. It's a kitchen equipment, tongs, pair of tongs. So that is also plural. Spectacles, a pair of spectacles, a pair of trousers, sunglasses. So these are always plural. That's all, people. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share it, and also subscribe to my channel. That would mean a lot. And if you have any useful comments, if you have more examples, you can always leave them in the comment section. That would give me more motivation or encouragement to make more useful videos like this. Thank you.